So students, we were discussing about the private sector enterprises. Now we will discuss the public sector enterprise where interference of government is there. Government is having total control, or if there is a need, then government dilutes its shares and also allows the private players and establish a joint sector enterprise. So first we will discuss about the private sector enterprise. Okay. In your book, it is written over here is that business enterprise which are owned, controlled, and managed by the central and state government are known as public sector enterprise. Okay, there should be no doubt in the ownership. Either central or state government is having direct control, direct ownership of these enterprises. That's why they are classified as public sector enterprise. Because we know that after independence, Indian business, commerce and production was in a very devastating phase. We were exploited by Britishers, our industries were ruined, and as you know that MSME is the backbone of our economy, and Britishers devastated our cottage industries. They just wanted us to grow raw material for them, and they sent all these raw materials back to their own nation, England, and from where the finished goods were brought back to our country, and we were purchasing the goods that were made of our own raw material at a very high cost. In that way, they exploited us very harshly, and that's why our economy was in a paralyzed situation when Britishers left India. So there was a need to provide proper strength to our economy, and government tried its best, but the infrastructure, economic status of our company was very bad at that scenario. So it took us a great time in making us stand before the global community. We and China were on the same phase after independence, but if we compare the development of China with Indian development, there is a tremendous difference, because China capitalized on their natural resources and the level of dedication that was found, and that is also found in current scenario in Chinese workers, administrators, bureaucrats, middle level, top level and ground level management people are very good. They are having nationalistic approach. They are not going to sacrifice their national cause, national spirit for their own benefit. But in India, we are witnessing different types of corrupt practices. That's why the status of these public sector enterprise, even in current scenario, is not very good. They are not making sound profit, and even some of the public sector enterprise are incurring losses regularly, year by year. They are not providing any profit. They are not contributing to the development of the nation. But a huge investment had been made to establish the public sector enterprises. As you know, the top performers, NTPC, ONGC, Coal India Limited, all these organizations are public sector enterprise. Okay, so their ownership and control is direct under government. What is the main motive? The difference of motive is there. This is the main difference between public sector and private sector enterprises. Private sector enterprise is established just to earn profit, while public sector enterprise is established to serve the nation, to serve the citizen of our country. But profit should be there in public sector enterprise as well, because through that profit they can serve the humanity, serve the citizens of the country. Only if you are providing the products, you are not incurring any profit, then your stability would be under stake. The government will be need to provide you timely support, financial and administrative both. And if you are not able to stand with your own strength and you need regular support, then in the long run your existence will be under question. Okay, suppose the government is providing you proper infrastructure, proper financial support at the start, then it is duty of the administrator who is running who is monitoring all the activities of this public sector enterprise to make it a profitable one. It should support government, but irrespective of all these supports, these enterprise, even in current scenario, are asking for government support, and government is also providing them timely support. Government is also providing support to the public sector banking units. Okay, this is very unhealthy practice for our economy, because if you are draining the resources of your nation for your existence, means you are not supporting the development of your nation. You are keeping your country lag behind. Okay, so I think you all understood the importance, relevance of public sector enterprise. If we calculate the performance of the public sector enterprise of India and some other developed economies, we will witness the difference. What type of performance difference is there? Because our structure is not efficient enough to work with proper honesty and proper dedication. So we need to just improve our system, our managerial people who are guiding all the activities. Okay, so system is to be made perfect, that would be conducive enough to generate profit and to make our Indian economy capable enough to stand in global community. Now we will discuss about joint sector enterprise. As we know, in joint sector enterprise there is collaboration of private sector players and government units both. So in your book it is mentioned that business enterprise which are owned, controlled and managed jointly by private sector and government sector, as we discussed. In these enterprise, the day-to-day management lies in the hand of private entrepreneurs, whereas government control and supervise by its members in board of directors. So basically it happens in joint sector enterprise that the daily operations are under full control of the private player. But when a strategic decision making, a policy is to be devised, a proper sound decision making is to be taking place, then government interferes in these affairs, because government want to keep all the services, all the products that are being provided by this joint sector enterprise should serve the nation. Any product that is coming out of this joint sector enterprise should not create any harm to the community, to the nation. Okay, there are some sensitive industries, okay, like atomic energy. Here involvement of any public sector enterprise is a very tedious job, because you don't know the integrity, the dedication level of any private player. That's why it is need of the hour that some specific type of industries are to be kept under full government control. But nowadays government is trying to privatize some of the loss-making units of this public sector enterprise. If the government is not taking to generate enough profits from this sector, then what is the relevance of having such type of loss-making bodies in our system? That's why government is trying to privatize, but there is a huge uproar against this. People are claiming, the opposition is claiming that we are privatizing, we are giving our control to the private players, and in this way we are losing our jobs, we are giving the business of our nation in hands of private players, and we will be under control of some foreign efficient developed nation, as we were in control of Britishers before 1947. Okay, so they are saying that it is economic slavery. If our economy is dependent on some foreign nation, then we will be under economic slavery. So by this we are ending this discussion. Tomorrow we will discuss about the types of private sector enterprises. Okay, thanks.